There's Hawk Woman. Oh, look at her go. Look at Hawk Dog. Ah, yeah. All right. Guys, thanks for joining me. Higgy Pop here. Going down in the Hawk's Nest where I belong. That's right, that's right. It's a little late to make a video for me. It's a little past my bedtime. Guys, welcome to the Hawk's Nest. You guys are the best. Oh, yeah, we're up late. I like the nightlife. I like to boogie. Oh, yeah, man. But, I gotta talk to you guys about stuff. Let's hang out. Me and you are hanging out. You hear me? You better take orders. Oh, yeah. I feel the earth move under my feet. So, yeah. So, listen, you know, it's a little busy week for me this week, all right? So, thanks for joining me. It means a lot. But, you know, I gotta tell you stuff. So, I got a little bit of time. I just want to say hello. And, kick back. We're gonna look at some comics. This is the Hawk's Nest, and, yeah, man, all right. All right. So, listen, I got a weekly poll, all right? And, you know, I was oh, you guys remember this? Remember this? I had this hanging up over here, but this is a Hulk issue number 109. I'm showing you this because I saw Jambo's comics. I think Jambo showed this just recently. And I'm like, I said, I'd have that. And, you know, I'm one of those guys. I have that. You know, but, and my last show, I showed you Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. But here's my treasury. This is a beauty. This is a beauty. This is a comic book on steroids, man. He's on illegal juice. So, this is such a great book. This is the back. There is art on the back. Jack. I feel the earth move under my feet. So, this is all good stuff. There's Iron Fist. And, here, watch this. Watch this. Isn't that better? Isn't that better? All right. But, oh, before I forget, next Wednesday, I am going to be on, Four Color Fossil show with oh man. So next Wednesday, the Four Color Fossil show, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Micah invited me on, and I'm honored. So check that out next Wednesday. Not tonight. Not this Wednesday. Next Wednesday. But this was a great book. I mean, high flying action. I mean, color TV, baby. Oh yeah, look at so good stuff, good stuff. Everybody gets kicked. You get kicked in the face. You get kicked in the face. So, get yourself a treasury. They're fun to read. All right. Then, this just finishes up. This is small, SMall. This is like a trade paperback. All right, and it's I didn't like it. This came out recently. Shang-Chi, all right, and it's a fun read. It's fun, but you know, like Wolverine's in it and stuff like that. Spider-Woman, Spider-Man. It's weird, but it wasn't my cup of tea, and I don't drink tea. See what I'm saying? Watch this. See all sorts of people. Oh, Spidey, you know, stuff going on. I'll show you Wolverine, and it's an odd size book. It's I mean, it was good enough, but, you know, like, look, this is a normal comic book, and this is the trade. It's small, SMO. So, I just wanted to show you that as far as Master of Kung Fu goes, and we're going to take it from there, baby. This week, I went into Second Alarm Comics. And they're like, they're roaring, baby. And I was like, wait. I didn't get a Higgy from you. Then there's this one guy. He's not going Higgy or nothing. And they're like, Higgs. He's a mute. I says, all right, I'll let it slide. I said, he should sign something. He should be doing something, you know, with his hands. I don't know. You know, I come from East Haven. It's a lot of high Italian population, and they like to talk with their hands, you know. One of these, you know, those people that go like this when they're talking about being on the phone. So I says to the guy, "Hey, how you doing?" It's like the thumb and the pinky. So I says, like the guy went to mime college. Listen, I understand you're on the phone. You don't need to go. So I says, So anyways, I go into Second Alarm Comics. And the reason why I went in there, because of Conan! Yes! Crush your enemies, read your comics, and then shut up. So this is Conan the Barbarian by Titan Comics. See, I can expand outside of DC realm and Marvel. Issue number 8. This is really good. I'm not happy with the cover art, but hey, life isn't always a bowl of cherries. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over it. Okay, let's move on. But it continues to be fantastic. All right, the story's great. Conan he's possessed by Thulsa Doom and like all these spirits, and they want that. He had a sword, but originally in Kull's time of Atlantis, it was Brule the Spear Slayer's spear. Conan used the whole spearhead as a short sword, and that spear is possessed because it was used to kill a demon. And Thulsa Doom wants him. He possesses Conan. Conan doesn't. He's just like an android being possessed by the spirits, and he's going around trying to find the sword because Conan got drunk one night and just sold the sword. He doesn't even care. And now Thulsa Doom is using his body like a puppet, and he's making him go around and find the sword. He's killing people for no reason. And then, but finally, Conan breaks free. He breaks free, man. But it's great. You got to read this. If you're not reading Conan, I think you might be a moron. You should see a doctor. I got 2 words for you. Seek help. And then, this is brand new. All right? This is brand new. I have some opinions on this. This is Savage Sword of Conan. All right? By Titan Comics. Here's the back cover. Savage Sword. I grew up with Savage Sword. And it made me the fine, outstanding man I am. You see before your eyes today. But this is what they're putting out, all right? And it's fat, and it's gonna be black and white. But I got some problems. Let me show you. Let me grab an old school Savage Sword. I always have them at arm's length. This is an old school, all right? This is and I look right at the cover, right? And I'm like, this looks like an old school Joe Jusko art, and it might even be Jusko. I don't know, Jusko. Joe Jusko on the cover. Painted cover. I'm like, fantastic. But look how, it's like me. I went to the photocopy machine at work where the offices are, at my garage, and I photocopied a bunch of black and white things and stapled them together. I mean, and it's so dark, and it's a terrible photocopy job. And, just like, this is the map, right? Conan's Hyperborean world. Look how dark it is. I can't see crap. So, and it's not the old school inking. I mean, it's like photocopied photos. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I read the whole thing. I read the whole story. I love the story. But there's just something wrong. I don't know. It's like photocopied and stapled together. It's like very loose and cheaply. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to get it again. I'm not going to say, no way I'm buying this next time it comes out. Because that would be a lie. And I wasn't brought up to lie. No way. But, like, look at this. This is a nice old school tight. And I'll show you what black and white should look like. Like this. Like this. And there's the map. Everything is readable. It's not dark. And, I mean, this is what it should be like. Instead of, like, someone ran this stuff, went to Kinko's and photocopied everything and got a staple gun. This is old school. This is Savage Sword of Conan, number 65. All right? Who's on that cover? This could be Joe Jusko. Joe Jusko. All right? So that's what I like. But that's the new Savage Sword of Conan by Titan Comics. Take it or leave it. All right. Now. Yeah, I would lie to you, man. I remember one time when I was a kid, I lied. Oh my God. I lied about, I remember I was in first or second grade. All right. And I wanted to have friends, you know? And we were big into the G.I. Joe action figures. And they were these two kids, Eddie Roberts, I remember, and John Curran. I wanted to be their friends, right? Because, I wanted friends. So they were talking about G.I. Joe action figures. And they're like, yeah, I got this one. I got Snake Eyes. I got Duke. I got this. And I was like, oh, yeah. At home, I got every G.I. Joe action figure. They're like, you do? I was like, oh, yeah. Of course I do, right? So I'm home one day after school, hanging out in the yard. My rest of my family was there. We were, playing football in the street or something. Then all of a sudden, I see come down the street Eddie Roberts and John Curran on their bicycles. And they live like 3 miles away. And I'm like, I didn't think this was possible. They come pulling in, cling, cling, with their bikes. They drop them in the driveway. Hey, Jim. Hey, let's see your G.I. Joe action figures. I was like this. I was like, hamana. My sister, of course, like, oh, what, these are your friends? How are you? I was like, Jim, go inside, get your action figures. I was like, I bring out one. I have one action figure of G.I. Joe. It's a Snake Eyes with half of an arm. They're like, you said you had all of them. Well, I started to try a lie again. I was like, well, I donated them to a poor person. And it's just, I got caught in a lie, and I felt like an Ogats. And they made fun of me in school. So I had to murder them. Oh. Anyways, I picked up issue number 10 of Batman Brave and the Bold. All right. And there's no more, what was that thing I was following? Mad Dog. There's no more Mad Dog story. It's gone. But it's cool. There's some Batman stories in here that are pretty good. And there's like 4 different stories. And the first story is really good. It's got, it's about Man-Bat. It's done really well. All right? It's done. I mean, I love the way they draw Batman with the blue, old school throwback blue and yellow. So, I love it. I love it. Yeah. And when I was young, I wanted to. I did a lot of lying, but then it got out of my system or something. I remember the kid across the street. He was like 5 years older than me, but I remember he had a toy. And here is Flash, the Jay Garrick Flash, issue number 5. I didn't read this yet, but I liked how this was going. So the kid across the street had this he had an action figure. I don't know what it was. It came with a spaceship and a tiny little cool action figure. And when he left, I was in his house playing with it, right? And I was like 5 years younger than him. And he's like, I'm going to leave the room for a little bit. I was like, okay. When he left the room, I grabbed the little action figure, and I was obsessed with it. I put it in my little pocket. I know, I was like 6 or 7 years old. And then I was like, I'm going to go home. He was like, all right. I go home, and I'm playing with the little thing all night. And then the next day, he's like, hi, Jim. I was like, hi. He's like, I was just wondering, did you happen to have that little action figure? I mean, if you do, it's okay. But I need it back, And I was like, no. And I got real scared. I panicked. I was like, no. I denied it till the end. And then when I left him, I was so scared. I grabbed that action figure and I dug a hole and I buried it. You'll never find it. I think it's still buried in my neighbor's underneath one of the hedges by the front steps. I should go dig it up. I was freaking out. Man. And so wait till you see this. Western Gunfighters, issue number 1, Marvel Comics. This is really cool, man. Really cool. This is August of 1970. And there's like 6 different stories in here. And they're all like reprints from Two Gun Kid, the Two Gun Higgy, And Dick Ayers and Joe Sinnott is on the cover. The Ghost is in here, right? And Ghost Rider is the last story. He fights the tarantula, and it's really good, really good. Dick Ayers does that one. And the Ghost Rider is Carter Slade, all right? He's a cowboy, and he's really cool. And there is The Coming of the Gunhawk. That's the first story, all right? And there's Fort Rango. There is the Renegades, Regulators. They're like, woo-wee! Come on, get it! Great book. I read 2 of the stories, and I read 3. I read the last one with the Ghost Rider. It was really cool, man. Cool book. I think this is it. Issue number 1 came out. It just has, like I said, 6 reprints in it. Really cool, man. I dig it. Gunhawk is cool. That's Gunhawk. Yes. So, yeah, so, let's see. So, Wednesday on Graphic Man's channel, Wednesday night, I'm going to be on the 4 Color Fossils, and we're going to show some comics. More books, baby. More comics. Now, I got a call from my friend Beckerman. He took a break from huffing glue for a hot second to tell me the other day that Ramona Fradon died. Ramona she was 86. She was great. She did a lot of my favorites. She did Plastic Man. She worked on the Super Friends. She worked on Metamorpho. And here's Metamorpho number 1. All right? And she had such a style to her art. You could tell her art from a mile away. She did all Metamorpho. This is issue number 1. This is August of 65. We're staying alive. And such cool stuff, man. Her on Plastic Man. Oh, it's just great, great stuff. And she worked on, yeah, here. So I grabbed some Super Friends. I grabbed some Super Friends that she did the covers on. Dick Giordano did a lot of the covers, but she did all the art inside. Here's Super Friends issue number 31. And there's a nice Black Orchid story in there. Black Orchid's in it. Yes. Keeping Black Orchid alive, baby. That's Ramona Fradon. And she has a cool story, you know, like she wasn't into like this. She didn't understand what she was doing. She just thought of doing comic book art and cartooning as a job. All right? And she didn't really, but she did Aquaman early back in the day, and she was always separated from all the other artists and creators, and she dealt with just one person at a time, and they would bring her, say, here, draw this and draw that, and she did. And then she had a kid. She took 8 years off, and then she came back. This is Ramona Fradon art. Look at her. Isn't she great? This is November of 79. This is issue number 26. And what else do we got? Some more Super Friends. Here's issue number 33. Back off, Superman. Those Falcons are carrying deadly kryptonite. That's it. You tell him, Hawkman. That's Ramona Fradon. Hawkman's got to set Superman right. Because Superman, he's got super strength, but sometimes he could be super stupid. Here's issue number 28. I just love her style, man. And she worked on Plastic Man, like I said. She didn't do this cover right here. I love this one. That's a great cover. This is by Ernie Chan, the cover. But I can show you some art inside. Classic Ramona Fradon. Rest in peace, Ramona. Yes. And the other artist at the same time period was Marie Severin, the other female artist, and she said they never really didn't know each other, you know, which is you find this stuff surprising, but like I said, she was kind of an outsider, and it was only till later on in life that she got an appreciation for what she was doing, because people appreciated what she did, and she's like, wow, I was doing good stuff, and she absolutely was. I mean, look at her, right? Isn't it great? Ramona Fradon. She's got a style that just makes you smile. Ramona Fradon had a style that makes you smile. Yeah, I was a weird kid. I did weird stuff. I would steal things because I'd get infatuated with things, and I would like, bink, and I think like hope no one would notice, but they always did. But I feel better. It's good to get this out in the air, you know. Guys, thanks. It's like a little confession. I'll say a couple Hail Marys, a couple Our Fathers, and I was a weird kid. I did some other weird. I'm not going to tell you. I just thought of something crazy, but I'm not going to tell you. A little too crazy. There's a Plastic Man. This is Plastic Man issue number 15. All right? This isn't a condition of, whoa. But let's look at what Ramona's doing here. Yeah. I mean, come on now. This guy's got a giant carrot. All right, I'm going to tell you this story, all right? I don't want you telling anyone else, but it's just between us comic guys and gals. Here's an ad, Aquaman ad. I was the same age. It was a weird age for me. It was like 6, 7. And I had a fake rifle, right? Like a Daisy. It was almost like a Daisy BB gun, you know? But it wasn't a BB gun. But it had, you pump it and you pull the trigger and it goes poof. But I loved it because it had a kick, you know? And I was like, yeah. So I carried that thing around everywhere. And I wanted to, I would work on it, you know? I like, because it was my gun, it was my rifle. I was like the rifleman. So I said, I'm going to make a scope for it, for my little rifle. So I'm upstairs, up in our bathroom where all us kids lived upstairs. And I have one sister. And watch, I'll show you what I was doing. Hold on. All right. This is what I was doing. I'm embarrassed. See the scope on Megatron here? See the scope? I wanted a scope just like that. So what I did was I was going through the garbage upstairs in the bathroom, in the garbage can, and I saw something like this big. It looked like a scope. It was white cardboard tube, a little white cardboard tube. And I said, wow, that looks just like a scope. So I take it out of the garbage, and I get a black Sharpie, and I color it all black. It looked just like this. And I put it on top of my rifle, right? And I just said, what? It's a cardboard tube out of the garbage, right? And so then I'm running around the yard with my gun, and I'm like, hey, Dad, you see my cool scope? And I'm looking, putting my eye against it and stuff. My dad's looking at it, he's like, and he goes, I see him go to my mother. I goes, what the heck is that boy got on there? It turned out it was a tampon. It was like those cardboard tampon dispensers. I don't know what that stuff is. I just saw a white cardboard tube. It looked like a scope. Then he told my mom. My mom comes over. See this, Jim? We got to take this off of here. I was like, what? That's my scope. He said, no, you don't play with that. She took it off and threw it away. I was like, ¿Qué ahora es? I was like, ¿Qué? That was weird, man. All right. I completed a run. Whee! Secret Society of Supervillains. Secret Society of Supervillains. Secret Society of Supervillains. Say that 3 times fast. I have to thank the Academy. No, I have to thank my buddy Shannon, the bass cannon, because he helped me complete this run. He sent me some through the mail, and A-OK. Yeah. Apes on Kryptonite. That's what A-OK stands for. So, I got all the issues of Supervillains. This is a special from 1977. All Dogs Go to Heaven, and Buckler and Abler on the cover. I found this like 4 months ago, and I was like, ooga! I was like, yeah! This is awesome. This whole series, not only does it have Captain Comet, Captain Comet's great. He has telekinesis, super strength. He's the man of the future. He's awesome. That's Captain Comet, right? But it's like, picture, this is what it's like with my imagination. It's like getting every action figure you own and taking them out and playing with them, having a giant battle out in the grass with them. That's what it's like. Yeah. So that's the special. All right, there's Gorilla Grodd. Oh, yeah. There's Bizarro, Sinestro, Poison Ivy. Yeah, yes. Secret Society of Supervillains. And here's issue number 1. This came out in June of 76. We were picking up sticks. You got Captain Cold. There's these androids of, Green Lantern and Batman, Flash. Okay, what happens here is Darkseid, he's like the mysterious benefactor, it turns out. That's forming. You'll find this out for a little while. That's forming in the Secret Society of Supervillains to take over for the Intergang, his Intergang, because they weren't getting it done. All right, and Captain Comet comes and he thinks at first the the secret society supervillains are good guys. All right, so. But then it turns out that he knew they were the bad guys all along. And it just goes on and on. You got guests come in and out every issue. It's so good. They should make a movie about secret society of supervillains. Just for guys like us. It probably would go over like a lead sinker in the movies, you know. Warner Brothers would be like this. How'd the Secret Society of Supervillains movie do? Well, it turns out 3 people saw it. Some guy, Dr. Silverage from Maine, and this guy, Shannon from Kentucky, and some lunatic Higgy from Connecticut saw the movie. And that's it. This is issue number 1. So good, man. And the cover is done by Ernie Chan. And the art inside for the next couple issues is done by Pablo Marcos. All right? His real name is Pablo Marcos Ortega. When he's not drawing comic books, he runs a cartel. He does. No, so Pablo Marcos, he's alive. He's like 86 years old. He's from Peru. He worked on Batman and Conan. All right, you may have heard of those guys. All right, so there you go. So good. There's so many villains that they have coming in here. Mirror Master, the Wizard. The Wizard runs the team towards the end. He gets a new costume. He gets an upgrade. All sorts of villains come in. It's fantastic. Angle Man. I mean, people you never see ever in DC. You know, very rare sightings. Issue number 1. Issue number 2. Cuckoo, cuckoo. August of '76. Dick Giordano and Terry Austin are on the cover. Yeah. And he mistakes Green Lantern for a villain, and he punches him. Right? And Pablo Marcos. And this is called No Man Shall I Call Master. And they have, what's his name? Paul Kirk, the Manhunter, is in this, all right? And he plays a big role in this. And it is, what do you call it? It's a Paul Kirk Manhunter that's a clone, because the original Paul Kirk died in Detective Comics issue number 443. But a little convoluted, but it's all fun. Awesome. Issue number 2. Issue number 3. Yeah, this is October of '76, and that's Calabac. I love the way they draw the villains. It's so good. I mean, Calabac almost looks human, and the way they draw Darkseid. Oh yeah. So this is called War for Earth, and Vince Colletta does the inks. This is issue number 3. Ernie Chan's on the cover, and it's just fun. You get to see all sorts of stuff. And another thing about this series is all the house ads that are in here. They're fantastic, right? And look at Darkseid. This is the most handsome you'll ever see Darkseid. He's all, I like the cut of his jib. He's like, yes, right? So let's see here. Mantis, he summons Mantis to come and raise hell all over the earth. The Star Sapphire, all right? That's his little control room. He's like, And there's the gun I had. All right. Let's see. Let me show you some good stuff. Yeah. There's the Manhunter, Paul Kirk. All right. Such a fun series. I swear to God. Copperhead, that villain's in this. Yeah, there's the Wizard. All right. They're just chilling. Up and away! Here, look. DC TV. You got the Shazam show, ISIS. Kata. Welcome back, Kata. Super Friends. Oh, those were the days. Those were the days. I was watching Saturday TV, making gun scopes out of tampon dispensers. I mean, that was living, baby. Oh, Mantis is so crazy. Mantis is like one of my favorite villains from the New Gods. He's just a lunatic. He's just in a cocoon until they summon him, and he just goes hog wild. Here's Superman. I'm picking up a car. I'm picking up a car. And, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's issue number 3. All right. You've got to buy this stuff, guys. You've got it. All right, I got 2 copies of 3. 2 copies of 3. Issue number 4. Close the door. Nah, we get into it. All right, it's all coming together. Here's the Black Racer. All right, there's Calabac fighting Grodd. I mean, everyone fights everyone. There's Funky Flashman is in this. I mean, it's such good stuff. Ernie Chan's on the cover, and they changed the writer. It's Anthony Kraft is writing, and Black Racer there. He's the angel of death for New Gods, but he's on skis. He's like Sonny Bono. When he gets on skis, something dies, you know. And all right, and it's crazy. It's fun. It's fun. I think this is the one where Calabac throws Star Sapphire across the room into someone's face. I mean, it's just pages filled with every hero and villain all the time. It's just great. Eye candy. There's the wizard. Yes. Yeah, it's just great stuff. There's a Hostess ad with Aquaman on a seahorse. Okay, all right. Here's Star Sapphire. All right, raising hell with Hal. All right, but she gets. Oh wow, DC Superstars ad. I mean, look at that. There's Cobra. Oh my God. What a time for comics, huh? You guys having fun? Are you? Mantis is just nuts. All right. Let's see. Here's the Funky Flashman. That is... He was originated by Jack Kirby to be a mockery of Stan Lee, which is not very nice. So, okay, look at this. Look at this. Star Sapphire gets into it with Calabac and Grodd. And then all of a sudden, Calabac grabs her and throws her into Captain Cold. He's like, hurrah! Whoa. He has a strong pimp arm. Look at this. CBS Saturday morning. Oh, Lord. Look at all that fun stuff. Bill Cosby. Hey, hey, hey. I got some Quaaludes just for you. Calabac and Grodd exchanging blows. Isn't it fun? I'm telling you. Great, great, great. That's issue number 4. All right. And issue number 5. Too late. The Citadel goes, and you go with it. My man, Hawkman. Hawkman. Yeah. Rich Buckler does the pencils inside. Ernie Chan's on the cover, right? And this was one of my favorite. I used to read this all the time. Captain Comet comes back to the satellite, JLA satellite with Hawkman, and Hawkman introduces him to all the members. It's just great. And then all of a sudden, Hal's like, "All right, me and Captain Comet are gonna go out down to Earth and fight Star Sapphire." And Hawkman's like, "I don't think so, Hal. You're on monitor duty. Me and Captain Comet are going down." And he told Hal. He told him. Yeah. Issue number 6. You're too late, Comet. Our hostages have frozen to death. Clash after chilling clash in the Captain's Cataclysmic. All right. What is the sinister scheme of the terrifying trio? Captain Cold, Captain Boomerang, and Captain Stingery. This is where Captain Stingery joins the Secret Society, right? And there's a Black Canary in this one. April of 77. Good stuff. This is one I got from Shannon, the bass cannon. You know, I think it's fair trades. He gives me perfect, pristine comics, and I send him some comics that are like, whoa! No. And issue number 7. They've killed Superman. Now we have to halt the murderous rampage of the 3 sinister sorcerers. All right. This is Buckler on the cover. They have Felix Faust. They have Mattermaster and the Wizard. I mean, there's Hawk Girl. All right. And they got Superman, man. Luthor's League of Supervillains, this one's called. And Bob Layton does the inks. Even Batman makes a cameo in here, Mr. Pussface, you know. This is June of 77. All Dogs Go to Heaven. I got 2 copies of 7. Copy. And issue number 8. Close the gate. Keep your grip on Captain Comet, Grodd. I'll free you from Kid Flash's whirlwind trap. So Captain Comet teams up with Kid Flash in this one. And up to his old tricks again. That fearsome Flash foe, the Trickster. And the Trickster's playing different sides in this. And Rich Buckler's on the cover. Let the villain fit the crime, this one's called. And Jerry Conway is writer on this one. Fun stuff. And this is the one I got about 2 or 3 days ago. Issue number 9. I'll rip out your spine. All right. What's going on? Why is the world's weirdest hero the Creeper with the supervillains? And why is the Trickster with the heroes? Boom. Rich Buckler on that cover with Jack Abel. Yeah. Yes. I feel a lot better after telling you guys those stories about me lying as a kid. Even the gun scope story. I mean, that's haunted me for a long time. Yeah. Oh, the other day. Oh, by the way, I'm on call this week for work, so you know, my schedule's a little crazy. Like if some lunatic hits a telephone pole in the middle of the night, I gotta go replace it. So, you know, I'm on call. I gotta stick by my phone. I gotta keep my work phone on all the time, and so it's a crazy week. Crazy week. Issue number 10. Rigor Mortis is in the kitchen again. So I was working yesterday, right? And I was repairing some stuff out in the street, and you know, it's big activity every time someone's utility crews are working. All the neighbors come out. This guy comes out. He's got this giant dog. It's a big bull mastiff. He's like, my dog wants to meet you. You want to say hi? It's like, sure. The dog was like this. I was like, hello, hi there. I was like, my lord. I said, what does this thing eat? Furniture? Oh my lord. Made my dog look like he, I don't know, small. But my dog's silly. Silly. He's not that bright. I love him. I love Hawk Dog, but he's not that bright. I remember I taught him how to sit, but then he forgot how to stand. Weird dog. Dogs are crazy. They always go, the doorbell rings, they always go crazy. It's never for them. It's not like they have a friend come over. So this is October of 77. Al Milgram's on the cover. And Dick Ayers does all the art inside. And it's great, man. Ray Palmer, the Adams in this, with his wife, Jean Loring. Angleman, Bizarro, Poison Ivy, all the villains come in. That's great. Great. I love this series, man. It only took me about 5 decades to complete it. Issue number 11. Captain Comet dares to attack us again, but this time our new leader will completely destroy him. The new leader is the Wizard. All right. Mike Vosberg does all the art inside. The cover's by Rich Buckler. Buckle up, Buttercup. And let's see. No, this is where the Wizard gets his new costume. Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Issue number 12. Rich Buckler on the cover. The Plunder Plan. Oh, yeah. The supervillain's vanishing, but to where? This is great. That's Blockbuster. So, back in, I think, issue number 3, the Manhunter, Paul Kirk, he sacrificed himself because Darkseid took a boom tube. He was like, I'm out of here. And he goes to leave in the boom tube. And Manhunter jumps in the boom tube with him and explodes it. And he sacrificed himself. And they think Darkseid is dead. But he's not dead. So, Batman and Robin are in this one, and Professor Zoom. Oh, so good, so good, and it's great. January of '78. Close the gate. Issue number 13. This is in a condition of whoa plus. All right. So now we have the Crime Syndicate. It is so great. Johnny Quick, Power Ring. I mean, it's just great. I mean, they're going against the Secret Society. They're going against the JSA. The JSA is in here. Oh, so good. And Reverse Flash, Floronic Man. I mean, everyone you could think of is in this. And One Earth Too Many, this is called. All right? March of '78. Awesome. Awesome stuff. I love it. I love it. I mean, the JSA. I mean, come on. Come on. All right. Issue number 14. All right. And it's there's Captain Comet, Adam Blake. Captain Comet's cool. He uses telekinesis, right? And he could change into civilian clothes and stuff just by using his mind. All of a sudden, he's wearing like, he looks like a Gap ad. He's Abercrombie and Fitch walking down the street. Then all of a sudden, when he wants to, his costume comes on, and it's great stuff. Yes, this is first appearance of Lois Lane from Earth 3. Right in this book. Oh, yeah, baby. Great stuff. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I got 2 copies of 14. Now, the final issue. Issue number 15. All right. That's the Wizard's new costume. All right. And this is great. Crush them! Their deaths will be the first steps in our conquering of the Earth. Battle of the Century. The Secret Society, the Justice Society versus the Justice Society. All right. Vosberg does all the art inside. I mean, Dr. Midnight is in here. I mean, it's just great. The Wizards, something of the worlds. I don't know. The Freedom Fighters are in here. Guys, we got to look at this. I got this one from Shannon. Check it out. You got to see the Atom. You got to see Dr. Midnight in here. He battles these guys face to face. All right, opening page. That's me. And, All right. So, look at Blockbuster. Look at him. This is great. So, look at Floronic Man. Look at this. Hey, how are you? Okay, now, the Atom. He goes sneaking in, right? Solo. All right? And there's the Wizard. And Blockbuster comes crashing through. Boom! So Atom and Blockbuster are going toe-to-toe. Boom, bam, boom. Bam, boom, right? Look at the Atom. Look at him go. Where Batman? Me going to kill Batman. That's Blockbuster. He hates Batman. So... and look at the Atom. Just smash, right? That little dynamo. So then, let's see. There's Copperhead and Mirror Master chilling. Mirror Master's having a couple filthy puffs. All right. Look at that. Look at the ad for Hawkman. Oh, yeah. That's the Showcase series. Him and Adam Strange. And let's see. Here it is. Dr. Midnight comes walking in. La-da-dee, la-da-da-da. Boom. The Reverse Flash and the Wizard and Floronic Man against Dr. Midnight. And he holds his own. Right? They got him surrounded. Boom, bam, boom. He's dodging and weaving. Boom, bam, right? Big Venus flytrap trying to swallow him. Right? And he throws one of his blackout bombs. Boom! Everything's black. All right. Look at him go. He takes out Floronic Man. And then the Reverse Flash grabs him. Zing! and he wraps them up. The Reverse Flash. All right. So now this is the Silver Ghost. That guy there. That's the Silver Ghost. You guys got to read this. This is just great stuff. And it kind of ends. There's the Freedom Fighters down there. Ba ba boom, ba ba bing. Love it. And they kind of leave you on a cliffhanger. That's the last issue, issue number 15. Thank you to Shannon, my buddy. And, I mean, it's just great. What a great series. A quick little series. 15 issues. And, I think that's it, man. I told you some terrible stories of me as a kid, and I feel better. You guys, I mean, share. Get this stuff out in the air. It feels good, you know? And, yeah. I showed you my Kung Fu treasury. All right, that's good. That's it. Yeah, Master of Kung Fu. There's no Razor Fist in this one. I mean, Razor Fist is crazy. I mean, Razor Fist, I told Damien on a chat the other day, I said, imagine if Razor Fist had to put his contact lenses in. I mean, whoa. But great treasury. Good stuff. All right, man. Let's take it out. Ramona Fradon. She's a legend in my book. A legend. Thanks for joining me. Remember, next Wednesday on Graphic Man's channel, the 4-Color Fossil Show. Be there or be square. I'm going to show some books, baby. The old Higgy's coming back. You guys are the best. Ramona Fradon passed away. I was told by Beckerman because he sniffs glue all day. Loving DC with Captain Comet. My feet are hairy like a hobbit. Metamorpho has Ramona's art. I'm gonna read every issue because it makes me smart. Read your comics, they make you smart.